This is the Titanic Game official unboxing video from Spin Master. My name is Nick Metzler. I'm one of the Spin Master representatives who helped work on this game along with Daryl Andrews and Adrian Adamescu. I'm going to be unboxing this video for you all to show you the awesome components here, and just listen to this, how it falls. It's pretty freaking heavy. All right, so I'm going to set you down and let's get into this. All right. And fun fact, I use a pin to open up all my games. It works really, really well. Just stab it like that and pull, and we're ready to go. All right, so opening it up really quickly, the front of the box has got a pretty good material. It's kind of tough to bend, which is pretty nice. And it's got a nice feel to it. As soon as you open the box, you can see the sides, and you got the Titanic literally on the side there. Spin it around, and you got the little iceberg there. First thing, obviously, that you see is the instruction sheet. And I'll take you through it really quick. It is a 6-page instruction sheet, it looks like. And it extends like that. And more on the back side. Despite being a long-ish instruction sheet, it's actually a pretty simple game. Your goal is to save as many passengers as possible while the ship is sinking, and you're going to do that by moving from room to room. So let's see what else we got in here. We got this really thick board. You think it might be a 2-fold, but then you realize it's a 6-fold board. Let's push this out of the way here. Let's open this bad boy up. This is a 20 by 30 board. Oh my God. How am I going to do this with one hand? Look at this thing. This is a beast. It's an absolute beast. All right, so it seems like we got a score track down here with a door symbol on 20. Looks really nice. Lays really flat. You know, even though you folded it a bunch of times, it lays really, really flat. Let me show that to you. So that's the crease where the fold goes, but it's okay because nothing goes on it. And you get a really nice view of the entire board there. Let's see what else is in the box. Put this thing on top here. It looks a little bit like the box is empty, but not to worry. There's some holes in the vac tray here that you will pull up, and you got a bunch of the punch sheets down there. I'm going to take out these punch sheets first. Look at that. Look how thick that is. You get 8 punch sheets. 4 of these are dry erase, and I'll open these in just a second. Let me put the vac tray back in. Good quality vac tray. We're not chinsing out on the vac tray here. It's good quality. Deck of cards. Let's see what you got here. You got a bunch of mini meeples. Look at that. You get 18 red mini meeples, 18 green mini meeples, 18 gray mini meeples, for a grand total of 54 meeples. That's a lot of meeples. I don't know any other game that has this many meeples. If you know one, let me know. Shoot me a message on Board Game Geek. My name is Metzler Nick, because I really don't think there is one. And when we were prototyping this game, we couldn't find any other game to get the meeples for this. So we had to buy them in wholesale. And you got a bunch of these blue action cubes. They're translucent, and they're all pretty nice. So you can kind of see them. You can fit all of them in your hand like so. It also comes with some standard black standees, and it comes with a dry erase marker, and I'll go over that, why that's in the game in just a bit. But you got this vac tray here, so we're just going to push that to the side. Don't need that anymore. And I'm going to set this down again so I can show you a little bit more with both hands. All right, where did I put that pin? I think I may have covered it. There it is. All right, so let's open up this deck of cards. And again, I use a pin because it's really simple and everybody's got one, and it's so easy to open stuff up. You never have to worry about cutting any of the cards or deforming anything because a pin is very, very precise. All right. So you got a bunch of cards here. I'll do the little flick test. So I'll take this card and go like this. Comes back to normal form, which I'm very happy about. The art is just super cool on the back of these cards. I'm a big fan. And on the front, you got "I'll never let go, Jack." Looks like we got a picture here. This is the amount of points you'll get, type of card, and then what the card does, as well as a quote from the movie. You got 44 of these cards, which all allow you to do different stuff in 4 different decks. There's some scenes, there's some locations. You can get some people here, so for some permanent actions. Those are those cards. You've got some reference cards that tell you what the stuff does, as well as some reference cards that tell you everything that you can do on your turns. Some private objective cards. So these are extra points that you can get at the end of the game. Obviously, they're private. A little fun card that I threw in the game just because. I thought it'd be kind of fun to dress some of the meeples up in traditional garb. And then you got a bunch of flood cards in here. And these flood cards tell you which columns get flooded. And these are all the same quality cards. What else we got? Let's pop open the punch sheets, because this is really what everybody wants to see here. This is where the magic is. I'm going to get this again. And let's pop this open. So in the game, you are playing as one of the main characters of the movie. So either as Jack, Rose, Cal, Ruth, which is Rose's mom, or the captain. And your goal is to try and save as many passengers before the Titanic completely sinks. And the Titanic is going to be sinking really fast. So let's take a look at one of these. These are some of the rooms in the game. And what's really cool about these rooms is every single one of these tiles are dry erase. So I'm just going to draw on this like this right now. I can draw on this, and then it erases really cleanly. Look at that. You don't even know I drew on it. It's a really great dry erase. And the quality of these, check this out. You ready? Boom. Just like that. It's a really nice punch. And let me try to see. Yeah, it's a thick tile. It's kind of like a king domino tile. Flick it a little bit, it goes back to normal. It doesn't bend, which is really awesome. So you get a bunch of these door tiles. There are 9 tiles in each one of these sheets. Punch all that out, throw it away. Look at this. You got all these tiles. And so there's a bunch more tiles of these. You get 3 more sheets of all that stuff. And on the back side of this, you actually have the water pattern, which if you put them in their spots, it'll make the board look like it disappears. So imagine this was 200D there. It's kind of disappearing into the background. So you can take a nice little picture with everything on there. All right, let's look at some of the other tile sheets that you got here. This is a player board, which you're going to pop out. And this part comes out, throw that away. So this is your character. He will sit inside this little section here because you might have to flip him over once you use a special action. We'll pop these out. Don't need those. Get all that stuff out of there. And so this is going to be your player dashboard. And again, this is a pretty thick tile, so it's not really going to bend very easily. Like it'll stay sturdy after a lot of play use. So let me bring in some of the action cubes. These are action cubes. Action cubes will actually sit in the player boards like this. And so you can move them side to side and they're not really going to fall out. So you never really lose your place. This is unused, and then you use them, so you slide it to the edge. And also, the player board has a section for saving meeples. And conveniently, the meeples are the exact size of these lifeboats, so it looks like you're saving the passengers. It's pretty cool. And it also comes with upgrades. You can upgrade your player mat like so and save more meeples that way. So you can save more passengers, get more points, and that's kind of how the game goes. So you can upgrade your mat with 3 more lifesavers here. It's also got some sections down here for cards. So for example, your private objective might go here, as well as permanent abilities. This isn't a permanent ability, but assuming it is, that would go down there. And then your extra played cards would go on this side. So it keeps everything nice and contained on the table at any given time. Also, we've got some Automaton cards in here, Automaton tiles. So if you're playing with 2 or 3 players, these will go into the game to make it a little bit more balanced. Again, really nice quality. Like, look at that. Like, where could you go wrong? It's great. It feels really nice. It's got a nice clack to it if you drop it on the table. Let's see what else we got. You get a lot of stuff in this game. You get a door. Look at that. You can try and fit 2 meeples on there. Good luck. Well, I mean, realistically, you could probably fit like 30 or 40 meeples on there. I'll let you figure that one out, though. Got a bunch of star tokens, like that. Water line, good for flooding. A bunch of these lifeboats. So the way that these lifeboats work, you're going to put meeples onto the little sections here when you're saving them. So imagine they're floating there. You're going to put the meeples on there. And then you can also load on a crew member to the front for some extra points. When it's full, it kind of floats away. Goes off the board. So you get a bunch of these lifeboats. Look at all those lifeboats, plus some top decks as well. Again, the flip side allows you just to see the image. And then finally, we've got some movers. So the movers will slot into those plastic standees, and that's how you move them around. Double-sided, of course. And you've got some score tokens. So these are your score tokens for the scoring track. On the other side, it's 35, so if you make it to the end, you go back to the beginning. And again, really good quality, really hard to bend here. Yeah, it's really great. So that pretty much covers everything that's in the box. You got all of this stuff here, and it's really, really great. And it's super easy to put back into the box, too. All the Titanic tiles will go there, there, and there. Kind of like so. And actually, I'm just going to I'm going to zoom ahead and put everything back in the box, and then we'll come back in 3, 2, 1. All right, well, I got to work on that transition a little bit, but here we are. Everything is back in. This vac tray was designed by yours truly, so I tried to make it as good as possible to sector everything off, but if you don't like it, you can let me know. Again, my name is Metzler Nick on Board Game Geek. But we've got all of the player mats sitting here. Right underneath, you've got all of the tiles, green, gray, and red. And so that fits in right there, like so. Sorry, it's a little bit weird because of that part there. You wouldn't take these out first. Yeah, those slide in very easily, like so. And then these pop in right there. You got all that there. You got the score tokens, the star tokens, the lifesavers, the water lines. Kind of a catch-all bin. You can put whatever you want in here, as well as here with the meeples and all of the cards. Right underneath, you've got the automation tiles, like so. And let's close up the gigantic board. This goes right on top, like so. And the nice thing about this is once you close it, if I can actually close it, once you close it, sorry, it's a little tight because there's a lot of air that's getting caught there. You can do that. You can put it on your shelf vertically, and it's not going to move anything around. So to prove that, I'll open it up again. Give me one quick second while I open this up. I promise I won't go away. All right, so we got that. And let's see what happened. All right, yeah, so everything's still there. These kind of moved over a little bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, but everything pretty much stayed in its spot. And all of those stayed there, so you're good to go. You're not going to be greeted by a massive undertaking. And again, if you don't want these there, they can kind of go in the catch-all bin. They fit, so it's all good. That is Titanic the Game unboxing. I hope you like it.